Welcome back. This historic World Series marks plenty of firsts, and after years of coming close but not quite making it, Don Mattingly is finally here. It's a moment that is decades in the making for one of baseball's most respected figures, and Canadian baseball fans aren't the only ones thrilled for Donnie Baseball. Mattingly is prominently featured on the back cover of today's New York Post. Bo Bichette said, quote, "Winning it for him is one of the big motivators for this team." Now, during the taping of our upcoming interview room feature, Mattingly admitted the thought had crossed his mind he may never get to a World Series, particularly after a disappointing 2024 and understanding he was getting older. But he didn't dwell on it too much. Mattingly told me, "It's hard to miss something you never had." Now, Mattingly got choked up and very emotional when we talked about one particular topic. And Dan, you can find out what that was on Blue Jay Central ahead of Game 2 tomorrow. But we are all really happy for Don Mattingly. Guys?
There is no question about that. He is as decent a person as you will ever meet, as humble as they come, nearly 40 years in the game. Of course, managed the LA Dodgers for several years. Let's not forget that. And it was Donnie Baseball who took the lineup card out to home plate before the game.
They gave him that honor for sure. And he is really appreciative of everything that he has gotten here in Toronto, and one of the best players and best people that I've ever been associated with in Major League Baseball.
No score heading to the top of the second. Trey Savage set down Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman in order, including a strikeout of Ohtani. And now he'll face Will Smith, Teoscar Hernandez, and Max Muncy. One thing to remember or to know about Savage is that so far in his big league career, he has done better against lefties than righties. Reverse splits, the splitter, a big part of that. Not as much of a weapon for him against righties. He throws more sliders, fewer splitters against right-handed batters. So we'll see how he tries to attack Smith and then Teoscar Hernandez. Slider low, 2-0.
Got on top of that slider. Will Smith, a very good hitter. He suffered a fractured hand on his right hand. Took a foul tip on that right hand late in the season, and he's just now getting back.
The All-Star starter behind the plate for the National League this year, a very good player, at an OPS just over 900 on the season. 1 through 6, this lineup is loaded with power. Even Kike Hernandez hitting in the 7th spot kind of steps up his game in October. Boy, some of these guys have been at it with this team. Max Muncy, some of these guys have played in so many playoff games over the years. Check swing, and that is ball 4 to Smith. And here comes Teoscar. We got a very warm ovation pregame. It's a little more subdued now. It's game on as soon as they threw the first pitch. Teoscar has been very productive in October for the Dodgers. He's got 4 homers and 11 RBIs already. The Dodgers, remember, they did not get a bye. They were a division winner, but had the 3rd best record. So they had to play in the wild card round. They swept Cincinnati. Then they played the Phillies in the division series, won it in 4. And then they swept the Brewers 4 straight in the NLCS. So Dave Roberts' team, Buck, is 9-1 in the postseason.
Yeah, they played very well, but that sweep of the Brewers kind of a little bit misleading. The Brewers had chances to win a couple of those games and just had it slip through their fingers.
It was really more the pitching than the offense that has gotten the Dodgers to this stage.
Yeah, the Dodgers really haven't hit a ton in this postseason. In fact, the Blue Jays have out-homered them.
Tyler Glasnow will be your starter later on in the series. Inside corner with the knees with the slider. And that's where Savage's slider is different. It doesn't move down and away from a righty. It moves straight down or maybe even down and in on a righty. They're not used to seeing that.
Yeah, because he has that unusual high arm angle. He gets on top of it, and it'll back up from time to time.
Savage has thrown 3 sliders in a row to Hernandez in this at-bat to get out in front of 1-2. And a ground ball to the left side. Jimenez to Bichette for one, on to first, but not in time.
You can see how deliberate Andres Jimenez was. He knew that wasn't a double play ball, so he took a little extra time to make sure he gave Bo a good feed at second and got the lead runner.
This is so different for Bo Bichette.